Alright, so we're back again. Let me... Whatever. Bright enough, but yeah, here I am, and we're I have no idea what we're doing today. I did like no planning whatsoever, but we have to do something. Alright, so we got to get these goblins under control. They can shoot fireballs, we can interact with them, we just haven't got the right code to pick them up. We need to be able to pick them up and then throw them into the grinders, and we need to make an area for that on our grinders. And I also need some type of way right now. I think I'm just going to use like a text label or something to display which grinder goes to what. But let's go ahead and go here. Oh damn, I forgot to get a machine sound, but maybe we can just use the fan on my desk. Maybe that'll work. So we have this animation to spin them, I believe. Spinaroo, yeah. So there we go, so that spins them. Nice, so we're going to need to add an area to this. An area, and we'll call this goblin chucking area, or goblin disposal area. Nice, and then we'll add a collision shape to that. I'm going kind of out of order, but I just wanted to put this in, and I want to add that on to, well, I guess we'll just add it to arena. Yeah, why not? And then we'll move it over here, and we'll bring this 3D shape as probably a box. And we'll just move this over. Great UI here. Alright, so we'll drag that out. Doesn't have to be like perfect, it's just going to be where we throw the goblin. And then I'll have to make some type of collision so we can't walk into these, but for now I'll just do this for a testing area. And what we can do right now is stun them by shooting them in the head with a dart, and then we can interact with them, but I think the interaction was broken. Let me double check where we're at, so I'm just going to run the scene and see what's up. Hope everyone's doing good today. It's Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday, and then it'll be Friday, which is cool. I have a wedding to go to this weekend, but it's like 3 hours driving. Alright, so that guy's stunned. We can press E to interact, and that's supposed to pick him up, and we're supposed to like spawn a model overhead, but we don't do that. So, let's see. We can shoot that guy and stun him. I also need to add collision to those walls. And it should be that if we hit them in the head, it stuns them instantly, and if we hit them in the body, it takes a second. And it's not based on where the arrow is hitting, it's based on a raycast shooting from our crosshair. So even if the arrow hits him, but the shot didn't, it wouldn't matter. So like, yeah, I need to make that sync up a little bit better. I was thinking about that at work, that I should make this a little more aim ready, and then maybe have like an animation to bring them like zoom in or something, make it a little more apparent that we go off the crosshairs and not off the bow, but whatever. So if we click E on these guys, what do we get? Hurricane Helen this weekend. Damn. Yeah, I'm in Virginia, so hopefully I don't get destroyed. I don't know where that's hitting. So when we hit the goblin pickup, current player item. Okay, so let me go to our player. Character body, 3D. Maybe I have this wrong. Yeah, it's a capital U. Capital U, so the goblin that we have attached to our character body should show. So if we go to our character body here, I just have this goblin that it looks like we're holding like this, and that's It's going to stay in place no matter if we move the camera, so maybe we'll have to put some arms up holding it or something. But yeah, that'll be fine for now, and we have to make some type of release function. So I guess we'll have to make some type of boolean in our character. Let's go ahead and do that, I guess. So when we pick up the goblin, we should say, we also need to tell whatever we picked up to hide itself. So incoming object dot interact, yeah, get parent dot interact. Ow, sorry, my cat is chewing at my sock right now. She likes my shoes for some reason, or he, I guess. Incoming object dot get parent dot interact. So the incoming object would be this goblin pickup, and its parent will be the goblin. So we actually got to do 2 get parents. So we'll say, I guess we could use get owner, but I'm going to use the double get parent because that's what cool kids would do. So get parent dot inter cat. We actually want interact. Nice. Cool. So now we need to make a function called interact on the goblin here. So it'll basically just hide itself, or yeah, if we say func interact, I think what we'll do is just delete ourselves because the character is going to hold it overhead, and then if we throw that goblin, we'll just make it a body or something that we can pick up again instead of having it transform into like a brand new goblin. It's better to just get rid of this guy. So we'll say queue free. I think that ought to do it for us on the goblin, and then so we'll have the guy overhead, and now we just need to tell ourselves that we can throw this guy. So WASD to move around, we got E to interact, we got Q to switch weapons. What should we do to... I guess we should use spacebar again to throw the goblin. Yeah, unless we want to be able to still fire while holding one, which wouldn't make any sense. So I think that we should do that. I think we should use a spacebar again and just have that as our action button. Cool. Let's go to our player. Where is our fucking player? Why do I keep losing that? It's all the way down here at the end. Can I move you over here? There we go. And Goat Buddy, you can hide in the background for now. Hold on, I have to stop my cat. It's pulling at my computer fans. There we go. Alright. Goblin pickup, we're doing that. And so, we now need to tell ourselves, now that we have this goblin, let's flip a variable that just says, I guess we could just put that as the current player item, but that might mess up some stuff. Instead, let's go up here. Yeah, on ready var. Let's call this throwing item, because we're going to be throwing multiple things possibly. Throwing item. And we'll call it current throwing item. Current throwing item, and we'll just set it equal to null. And this would still work even if we do end up moving to a state machine on this guy, so it should be okay. So we got to come all the way down here to where this is. What was I even doing? Current throwing item equals incoming. Actually, we'll just set it equal to goblin for now. There's no reason to give it like some crazy advanced thing, but I guess it would be better to get the actual thing. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll say incoming object. Yeah, we'll just get a reference to that. Even though that's going to be destroyed, so we won't have it anymore. We'll just get the name of it. Current throwing item, so we'll get the name there, and then we'll check if we have anything on the current throwing item slot. If So we got switch weapons, we got hammer swing, crossbow. So this is the hammer swing is our space bar. We should definitely make a different thing to throw. WASD, let's go. I want to go with I guess we should hit E again. But nah. I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. Should I add another button or not? Let me just think through this logic really quickly. So if we press E, we now have the goblin here, and we're going to add another if statement saying, like, if we have a goblin, we'll basically wrap this whole thing. Instead of throwing any weapons, we'll throw the goblin first, and then address the weapons later. I guess that would be how we can do it, and that's kind of what's happening. So if current throw an item, then if not current throw an item, we'll do all this stuff. Let me go tab that. I don't know what happened there. We'll bring all this stuff over. I forgot the fast way to do it, but there we go. And then we'll say else. Else, yeah. And then we'll throw that goblin. So we'll have to I guess we'll just make a tween, and then how do we know how far we're gonna throw him? I guess right now let's just throw it like a basic distance, and then we'll switch it from there if we have to change it up. So we'll go like maybe 10 units or so. So we'll make a tween. We'll say get tree dot create not timer tween, and what do we have to do? I forgot how this function works. If I hit control, here we go. Alright, let me go back to the help and search tween again, because I completely forgot. Okay, that's right, we set it equal to a variable. I was wondering how I thought I had to like call it, but var throw tween equals get tree dot create tween. Yeah, what are we gonna do here? Yeah, okay, I'm being stupid. Throw tween, and then I guess we'll just do the same thing we did for the arrow. So we're gonna make this goblin that's flailing in the air. We're going to like unparent him and then throw him to the location, and I guess what we'll do is spawn in a new one. So we'll, instead of hiding and showing this guy, we'll have to spawn him in on the player. So that's what we'll do. Hold on, let me my cat keeps stabbing me in the fucking legs. I gotta make this guy into a different scene. Save branch as scene, and we're gonna call this we'll call this mesh only enemies, and we'll call this mesh only goblin. Let's give that a shot. And so I'm then going to delete that, and I'll put an on ready right here. On ready var, we'll call it mesh goblin, and we'll say equals load, and that will be our mesh only goblin. Where's that at? Right here. So we throw that in, and we should be good to go there. We just need to spawn that now. So whenever we load stuff, so let me grab this and come back down to our match statement, our giant match statement here for all the great stuff we can pick up. We'll come down here and say mesh goblin dot instantiate instantiate, I think it's spelled correctly, and then we'll say we'll just call it a GB. We'll say var GB equals mesh goblin, or yeah, we'll say MG mesh goblin dot instantiate, and then we'll say add child MG, and then we are going to set that position. So MG dot position equals, I guess, vector 3, and we want to do like a 0, and then something in the Y shooting it up, right? So let's just do like 50 for now, and we'll see if it's like way up in the air or way down in the ground. Both those things could happen. I can't remember which way is which. Or you know what, let's do 5. We'll try 5. That'll be a little bit better. So that should spawn him in, and then we have the current throwing item, and if we press, we can get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. Our other goblin is being deleted, the one that we're picking up, and then if we have a current active goblin and we throw, we activate this throw tween, so we have to say, I guess, interpolate value. Yeah. Initial value, no, it should be interpolate property, I think. Tween method, I guess. No, which one did I use? Hold on, let me go back to. So tween property sprite. Okay, yeah, that's the one I want. Tween property. Cool. I always forget. Tween property. And we want the object should be... damn, what are we throwing? We're throwing the goblin that's above us. So we have to get a reference to that somehow. So this GB down here has to be an on ready. Or we can use the current throwing item and we'll put it as GB right here. Yeah, for now that'll be fine. MG, sorry. MG. Metal Gear. Yeah, we'll have that. And then incoming object. Current, yeah, so current throwing item, we'll have that MG. I think that's a good way to do it. Tween property, and we'll be tweening MG. Right? Oh yeah, it won't be declared in the current scope. What am I thinking about? Yeah, current throwing item is what I want to get. Sorry. Current throwing, current bun item, current player item, current throwing item. Perfect. So now we need to tween the position, and we want to set it to the throw location. Yeah, throw location. And so we're just going to pick a point in front of us. Let me just put a var up here, throw location, and how can we get, let me ask ChatGPT real quick a question. I think I know the answer, but I don't want to just type in a whole bunch of shit and try a bunch of stuff. So, in Godot 4 3D, how can I get a vector 10 units in front of the player regardless of position? I guess, yeah. How can I get a vector 10 units in front of the player? Let's see what it comes up with my horrible... Okay, so forward direction. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just going to copy that real quick. That makes sense to me. That's what I was thinking. I just couldn't really understand how I was going to do it. So if I throw that in right there. So we're going to grab this player. Well, we don't need that. We just need, we can just say that. And instead of global transform.origin, we should be able to use position. They should be interchangeable, from my understanding. So then instead of saying that, we'll say position in front. So this should get a location 10 units in front of us. That might be a very small distance. I'm not sure. Too few arguments. I need one more, and I'll make it 5 seconds, and that should be the duration. So let's try that, and let's actually make it like 30 units. That way we'll throw them a little bit further. And then we got to say throw tween dot play. So we'll give that a shot. If we can throw one of these goblins, let's go to our goblin smashing area. Oh, sorry, I'm getting hit here. I need better sound effects for sure. So we'll blast him. Let's see if we can pick him up. Yeah, we have our goblin there. He's kind of freaking out a little bit. So if I hit the space bar, he gets thrown. Oh, he's still going. Oh, well, he's still attached to me. We need to set him as top level. We also need to move him up where he's spawning from. So, where is that? When we spawn the goblin, down here in the match statement. So this should be like, we're at 5. I think it should be like 25. 25, and let's do that. I'm also going to go to the player and hit up the player camera real quick. I got to make a little change. This health bar is pretty big on the screen, so let's I guess I'd have to change it up here. Man, where is the whatever, we'll figure it out later. I can always just make the texture smaller in GIMP too, but we'll do that. And let's see, there was one other thing I wanted to do. We need to change the goblin. We need to make that a top level node when we throw it. So all we have to do is come back up here to where we throw the goblin and put it at, man, where's it at? Right here, throw tween, and then we'll say, we're going to say current throwing item dot top level equals true. So that should do it. That should allow us to throw him. And then I guess what I could do is make like 1 point in the middle and then 1 point down here, and then it would be like a arc, you know, so it'd be like 2 tweens acting together. But for now, I'll just take the straightforward path. So I'm gonna try that. All right, let's kill some of these guys. I need to make it more apparent when you hit them as well. Oh, he's casting a fireball at me. There we go. Alright, they're all dead. So, E to interact. Yeah, we got him up in the air, maybe a little too high. But he moves with us right now. And then if we come over here, we can, I believe, throw him. So we press that. So there we go. He's not having a good day. We can get this guy. We could throw him into the grinder. Yeah, so we need to speed that up a little bit and make it go a little bit further. Yeah. I think what I'll do is just, if they don't hit the grinder, they'll just kind of like explode in like an Aqua Teen kind of like stupid explosion with like some type of stupid sound. That'll be a way to go. Because we'll be able to pick them back up when they're flopping around like that. That'll be funny too. So we got this guy, and we'll just throw him. Goodbye. Goodbye, friend. Yeah, I don't think he has any gravity though, so he won't keep going down. I don't think we have any gravity either. But yeah, so we just need to make that a little more apparent what's going on. So we need to bring him down just a little bit. We need to make this faster. 30 units, that seems pretty good. We'll make this like 2. And then we're also going to add, let's go plus vector 3, and we want to just add 0. Let's go like 10, 0. And no, you can't be up on the desk. Alright. Sorry, my cat wants to get up there. Alright, so vector 0, 10, 0. Let's try that. So that should get him off the ground a little bit. And then when we instantify him, we need to... what do we got to do here? We need to make this a little bit less, so probably about 20. And then he should be like right here in our peripheral view, so we can see him like kicking and flailing and shit. Should be good. Let me run that. My coffee should be cold enough to drink without burning myself now. I'm glad the pumpkin shit is in season. Shit's good. Alright, so we got a few of them. We got... There we go. I need some effects for the bow too, so we can pick him up. And now he's a little too close, so we need to change that up. So this is our X. Let's make that like maybe 3, and then this is our Z, so we'll do like -4. Thanks for sneezing on me, goblin. This is an actual goblin who lives in my house. Yeah, pumpkin spice rocks. I used to drink a lot of pumpkin beers. I don't drink anymore, but that was like my favorite part of the season, was like just slamming down pumpkin beers. Alright, so let's just see if we can get this guy, and we pick him up, and that's more what I'm looking for. Maybe not have the goblin ass directly on our face, but you know what? It happens. So let's throw him on there now. And that's pretty good. That's about the height that I want. And I guess, yeah, if they don't hit the thing, they'll just kind of like fall from there. I guess he's still moving. Oh, if I hit the space bar again, he's still our current goblin. So now he's moving all around. Kind of looks like he's swimming. So if I hit it over here, he should keep going. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. We can command the goblin where to go. But I cannot fire the crossbow. Oh no. Yeah, they can't go outside of there. I don't think he can either. Damn. He's his collision's not going to like that. Oh shit, he doesn't have collision. He's not one of them. And they know it. So, let's get the fuck out of here. Get out of that existential crisis of a video game. Yeah, that background's a little creepy. So what do we need to do here? We need to set the Incoming throwing item. We need to set the throwing item to null whenever we throw the goblin, so we're not still attempting to throw something we don't have. So I guess right in here, right after we enact everything, we'll say current current throwing item equals null. And yeah, I guess we'll have to, so we have this fireball as well. I'm going to have to go and make some type of blood splatter for the goblin when he hits the things. Yeah, so how am I going to make a blood splatter? I guess I can do it in GIMP real easy. The only way I really know how. It's probably not going to look great, but we'll do it. We'll just make a new one. Let's go 500 by 500. Just a texture. And I actually need this to be clear. So let's add an alpha channel. And we'll clear this off right there. That's how the pros do it. We'll then grab one of these that looks closely like a blood stain. Maybe this one right here. And we'll make it a nice blood red. Nice. And I guess we'll put that there. Maybe put some opacity on it so it's not all the way. I guess we'll scale this up a little bit. Maybe something like that. Yeah, so I'll just grab like maybe 2 or 3 of these. I actually want maybe more of a lopsided thing. I don't want it to be outside the bounds of this though, so I gotta make it kind of like this. So we'll have that. I'm gonna export this. Let's go to horror cooking textures. I'm gonna create a folder. We'll name it blood splatter, and I guess we'll export this as oh, let me cancel. I'm gonna call it blood splatter 1. Blood splatter 1. And then I guess I'm just going to erase all this shit again, or I could make a new image or whatever, but I'm just gonna make a couple of these. Maybe grab another texture, hit that up, and that's a little too similar. Maybe if I'm gonna spin this thing, shrink the aspect ratio a little bit, a little more square like that. I think that looks good. Go file, export as blood splatter 2, and I'll probably get one more, and then we'll just add those in. And I think there's a way that I can just add multiple textures to one particle, and if not, I'll just make a whole bunch of particles and have different ones that splatter everywhere. But cool. Let's grab this one, a little more aerated. You know, maybe they hit the jugular on this one, so there's some more air in it. A little bit thicker on the red, so we'll export that. This will be blood splatter 3. Woe is me, and that should be okay for now. So let's go back into Godot and let's make a, I guess, some type of juicing animation for this goblin. So let's go to goblin mesh only. Where's that? Right here. So let's go, where are you at? Oh, you're up here in the air. Wonderful. I think you should probably start at the 0 there, just to be clear, and then I'm going to move him back here. We'll probably have to adjust again in our player script, but I'm going to go ahead and add a, what did I say, particles, GPU particles, and we'll, that's a nice uneven way for it to be, whatever, it should be like that, perfect. Let's go to draw passes. Oh, let me throw in a quad mesh, and I guess I can make 2 draw passes, right? Yeah, 2 quad meshes. We'll make 3 because we got 3 images, and then we'll just do we have to do different materials for each? I guess we do, the way I made them. That might I don't know. We're gonna try it. Who gives a shit? And then I'll change it later and see if it affects performance. This would actually be pretty interesting. You know, the difference between those things. So quick load, let's just go blood, splatter 1, and we gotta go to transparency and alpha. Let's hide our, oh, we can't really do that. We can hide this. So we got that going. What is that? Oh, we really don't need that. We're going to delete that. And this empty, I don't think we need that either, so we'll delete that empty. Nice. Cool. Let's go to our particles and add a process material. And let's go and finish out the material on these. So we're just going to do the same thing. Quick load, blood, splatter 2. We'll grab another one. So they're coming out of this one here, and I'm not exactly sure how it works with multiple draw passes. I've never used it, but I've seen people do it a couple times, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And what better time than live on stream? So draw pass 2, draw pass. Oh, that's right, because computers start at 0. So we go to that material. Oh no, it's right here. Cool. Hold on, let me... Shit. Is there a way to close these down? That's really annoying. I thought I made 3. We got 1, 2, and... Where is the... 3rd? Oh, right here. Awesome. I guess we're going to do standard material. We'll add the fucking transparency. We'll come down here. Go to albedo. We'll add the quick load. Blood splatter. Throw it in there. So I guess now is it doing all 3 of them, or is it doing them randomly? Oh, it's 1:30 a.m. for you. For me, it's 7:30 p.m. But yeah, I guess maybe you're in Europe or something, or Canada, or one of those other places that I don't know of. I've really never been outside of my state, so particles, process material, sphere. Let's make it a little bit bigger so I can see what's going on. We gotta go. I think I have to change in the materials on each one. I gotta go to billboard and set it to particle. Yeah. Billboard. Particle. And where are you at? Billboard. Particle. Alright, there we fucking go. Nice. Perfect. What are we going to do? Trails, time, we'll make it a little bit longer. We need them to like fly up in the air, so we need some initial velocity. We'll set that equal to like 4. Maybe, what about like 7? And the gravity should be fine. Let's try like 50. So that's more like what I'm looking for. We got to go to direction and set it to, I think, 1 on the Y and 0 here. And then we'll set this to 180. And I'm going to set this to like, let's go 100. So we'll have that. We'll set the time to like 1. So 180, and that's too much. What if I go 90? I just want it on the top half, basically. That looks a little better. The velocity's too much, so let's go like 20 and 20 and even that's a little too much. What about like 10 and 10? I don't know. Cool. How do I handle these draw passes? Let me Google that real quick. How to handle multiple draw passes in Godot for what is this, particles GPU. Here we go. What does the Godot documentation say? You could use animation frames with a random offset and playback speed. Oh, so you'd have to make a image texture. Oh, fuck, I don't want to do that. We'll just have one type of particle then. And then I'm going to probably clear these out. It's not worth the time investment right now. Not until I can come back and start like getting things better. So we'll just have these and we'll spin them around. It'll look better, and then we'll scale them randomly. So that'll be faster for me to just get this down, and then we can come back and correct it later or whatever. Do we want to align it on the Y? I think so. I think that looks a little better. Cool. Scale, that's what I wanted to do. I want to go here. Let's go. I think I had to press keep scale right here. Yeah, and that should be fine. Cool. They'll probably be way too small, so we'll put a scale curve in there, new curve texture, and we'll just do make them smaller as they go out. Maybe make them start a little smaller too. So we'll just try that. This just needs to basically show the player that he's being liquefied. So we'll say blood splatter. All right. So yeah, that's not big enough. We need that to be much more impressive. So if I actually go here and I say like 4 and 4, that's looking a little better. And then I think we need to make them go a little further then. So let's go back up here. We'll turn the initial velocity up to like 15 and 15. That looks a little better. Cool. And then I guess we could like spawn in a bunch of body parts. I actually made a tutorial on that. But do I really want to do that? I don't know. We'll see. For right now, we'll just play this for a second, and then we'll disappear his body. So we're going to have to add a script onto this guy. Yeah, we're going to have to create, and we'll just call this grind, get ground, func, get ground, just like that. And we'll say, I guess we'll make an animation. For right now, we're just going to hide the body and show the blood splatter. So we'll say armature dot hide, and then we'll say blood splatter dot I guess emitting equals true, and we'll make it like a one shot or something. So when we go back to this, I guess, yeah, we'll do a one shot. And so what would that look like? So yeah, I mean, that would give a good visual representation. For now, maybe I'll make them 2 seconds lifetime. I think that looks a little better. So that's a little, you know, at least the player can see that, and we'll have to add some type of sound effect here. So let me actually go ahead and put that in for the splatter sound. There we go. I'm sure I can find something on Open Game Art real quick. They had a ton of those. I know this really goes really well for me finding stuff online. I've had huge success with that so far, but I feel lucky today. So let's say splatter and see what happens. Splatter. So these appear to be our options. Some of those are pretty good. Alright, that's it right there. Those are fucking good. Alright, whatever. Actually, let me not grab that one. I'm going to grab... Let's see. Sorry, hold on. I'll just have to fucking grab sound effects off screen. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to do right now. Yeah, let me just, we'll just fucking finish this out. We won't call anything on here right now. I'm just gonna have to take a day where I'm not working and get all the sound effects together because it's stupid for me to do it here. Cool. So, splatter sound, we'll just put it right here. It'll be right in the center. And what we'll do is so we got this playing. We'll set that to emitting. I think I misspelled emitting. I think I gave it 2 M's, which it does not have. It gives 1 M. Set that to true, and we'll actually put a timer on here. We'll just make it time out. So we'll say death timer, death timer, and we'll go node timeout connect. Connect to the goblin, and then we'll say Q free on ourselves. Q free. You've been freed from your mortal existence. So let's give that a shot. We should be able to throw a goblin in there and have it smash, but actually no, we shouldn't, because we don't have any type of collision on this thing. So if area shape entered, we need to connect that to our wait, that's the wrong goblin. We need our mesh only goblin. We're going to need to add a it's no longer going to be mesh only, but it should only be able to collide with our we need to add an area here, and on that area we had a collision shape, and on that collision shape we had a cow, E-I-E-I-O. So let's just make it a box shape, and we'll make it about the size of this guy. So we can tell when we've been thrown into the goblin meat maker. Pretty morbid, but whatever. This is perfect. This is what the game is about. So we just need to take this area 3D and call it mesh goblin collision. Mesh goblin collision, and then I'm gonna go to the collision layer and make that a layer all to itself on the 10th one. And yeah, let's make 10, and let's just make it all 10 right there. So then we'll go to the goblin smashing area, the goblin disposal area. We'll go to collision, and we'll make it both 10. So they both interact with and check for things on layer 10. Cool. And if it goes anywhere near it, then it'll be in there. Maybe we should make this a little bit less lenient, but it'll be easier to see if we smash them there. So we'll say nice. We just need to, where is the mesh only goblin? Right here. We need to connect a area entered, connect to our goblin here, and we'll say get ground. So basically whenever we are collided with, we're going to get ground, and we'll come back here and put in I guess we should go ahead and do it now. If area dot is in group, and we'll say goblin smasher, and we'll go there, and then we'll say get ground, and else we'll just queue free ourselves for now, and then we'll put like a smoke animation or something. You know, like a smoke over here. Maybe we have one somewhere. Maybe we'll do like a little laugh, and then he'll respond and fall out of like a goblin tube or something. That'll be what we do. Okay, so this should all work now. Let's give it a shot. Goblin smashing area. Oh, we need to add that one to the group. So group over here, manage groups, add. We need to make one. So it should be the goblin smasher, and we add, and we want to add goblin disposal. Add. Okay, should be all good to go. Let's give it a shot. So going to take a second to load. Awesome. We've got our goblins. Going to take them a second to chase us. We can shoot them. We need to stun them. If we hit them in the body, it takes a second to stun them. If we hit them in the head, they should be stunned instantly. And I need to make that distance probably a little more, I mean that time between that a little more drastic. And it's not based off where the arrow hits, it's where my ray cast of the crosshair hits. But now they're all stunned, we should be able to pick one up. So we have him flailing above our head right now. I gotta make a better flail animation, and we should be able to throw him into this grinder right here. So let's give that a shot. And well, it looks like he didn't want to go all the way in. Let's try another one. Let's get a little bit closer. So they just queue freed. I want to see the bloody animation. What are you doing? There we go. That one worked fine. That's good. Perfect. We can throw this guy. Get in there. Oh. I guess maybe that timer. Oh, the timer's a 1 second. Maybe we need to make that a little bit longer to give him some time. That one worked. But yeah, I mean that's about what I'm looking for right there. And then it should, you'd have some like UI on your screen that'll update, that'll be like goblin chucked or something like that. Something cool. So, let me go grab, do we have more? I'm sure we got more. I thought I had one right outside the map over here. Alright. It is time. Tonight. Let's throw them on in there. Let me hit him from this side, see if anything changes. Damn, I don't think I got him close enough. I have to look at the animation. The idea of him being suspended in air, just staring at the giant rotating death spirals is pretty funny. But yeah. So I'm going to take a quick break real quick and get some coffee and stuff. I'm just going to think about what I'm going to do next. It should be about 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to put some text on the screen. If I can manage that. Horror, cooking, game, BRB. BRB, 5 minutes. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so, what are we even doing? So we have an ability to throw these goblins. Let's take a look at the mesh-only goblin real quick. Why were you not splattering every single time? Let's also make the distance we throw a little bit further. So let's go to our goblin. Oh, so if we don't hit an area, we don't do anything. So if we hit an area, we don't need this. This is just unproductive. Let's see. We should send some type of signal to the goblin once they have, yeah. So, yeah, I guess if they don't hit the ground, we'll just have them fall to the ground, or we basically have to cover that scenario somehow. And I was just gonna have them die, so I guess we'll maybe on the player, before we set the current throwing item to null, we're gonna have to do something with it. So how do we set a signal on a tween? Let me go to the tween documentation. I think it's the callback. Maybe not. Turning a sprite red then blue with a 2-second delay. Not what I want. Chain property, I am going to need to use that in the future. Let me look at these. I'm pretty sure there was one that is going to... hey, how's it going? Yeah, isn't there one that once it finishes... I guess it is callback. Creates and appends a callback tweener. This method can be used to carry an arbitrary method in any object. Okay, yeah, thank you. That's very descriptive. So it's just going to loop. That's not what I want. I wanted it to call a code like once that finishes. Whatever. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just, we're smashing some goblins here. We've got them. Yeah, I used some AI stuff. Yeah, but anyway, we got the goblin smashing area. So I basically need a way to let our goblin know that if we throw him and he doesn't hit something, what is he going to do? I guess we'll have him just keep going down, and if he hits the ground, then he'll die as well. But we need to make him go all the way to the ground, so we're going to have to chain this. somehow. So I think what we'll do is yeah, I guess we'll make a tween. We're gonna have to throw him up in the air. He'll get some air. He'll go to the final location. Then he'll fall to the ground. So I guess that will be two tweens or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that more. But for right now, I'm just going to go to the player. We'll increase the distance, and then I'll probably try and get some UI so we can start like monitoring what we're actually gonna do in this scene. So it looks more like a game, and it doesn't just look like some weird, I don't know what you would call it, art project. And nice. Scene A. Let's go ahead. Goblin smashing area. Alrighty, Rooney. So we can hit this guy. I don't know, I guess he didn't get hit. We'll hit. There we go. Hit one of these dudes. We need to just hold them up for a minute. Get them all situated and settled so they're not bothering us. So then we can pick one up here, and we'll throw him right on into the mesh, the masher. So that one worked, and what I think I should do is have some type of like UI, update here where it's like, maybe even have it right here where it's like 30 patties or like 20 patties and then like 10 goblin nuggets. And what was the other one? Rat dogs or whatever. I guess we'll call them goblin dogs now. But yeah, we'll have those three images here. So let me just do some real quick stuff. I think I'll put some sprites in there and we'll duplicate this a few times. So I'm going to have to make another node here. We'll just make a node 3D right there. We're going to call this the Goblin Smashers. Goblin Smashers. Smashers. S. Yeah, I mean, it's, it's not perfect, but it works, and I think, I just need to get this area finished, and then get the bottom area finished, and I have some ideas for that too. And then once we get those going, like, I can get all this stuff kind of like tied in and start making everything work. So, yeah, I mean, I think if I just work at it every day, we can probably get it out by Halloween, I think. So the Goblin Smasher, I want to take this and the spikes. I guess I'm just going to hide stuff until... Okay, so I want that, I want that, I want that, I don't want that. So we also want these as well. So we're going to grab all these. Not that. We're going to grab all these and this as well. Also that. And we'll move them into the Goblin Smashers. And then I think I'm going to have to move some stuff around. I might have to change some code, but we're going to duplicate this a few times. So let me bring that over. We got one. Let me go here. My cat has found an empty treat can and is like rifling through it like a fucking homeless person. Okay, so Goblin Smashers 2. We'll move this over right here. We'll bring that right there. And then we will also Control D and we'll move that one over. So then we'll have the 3 Goblin Smashing Apparatuses, standard in any facility that makes Goblin chunks. That seems pretty good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and run this thing. And so we're going to have to do something here. These are going to have to be in different groups. So Goblin Smasher disposal area will make this. We'll go manage groups. We'll go to. Which one is this? The third one. We'll delete it and we'll say Goblin Smasher 3, or yeah, I guess you know what, I'm gonna do C because that makes it clearer for me, I feel like, and then we'll grab that one. I can expand these out. I didn't know you could do this for the longest time, and then I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. So let's see, not that one, not this one, but the third one right here. We will add that one. Okay, looking good. Goblin disposal area, and we'll rename this one to C as well. Hopefully that doesn't ruin everything. You've ruined everything. Goblins disposal area B, and let's fucking change that shit around. Groups. What are we doing? We need to add you to a group, right? Yeah, groups, manage groups. Goblin Smasher B. So that should be this one right here. Damn, didn't I just rename that one, or did I rename the wrong one? Or did I just grab the wrong one? Ah, dude, I'm a fucking idiot. Alright. Let's retry that. Groups. Let's take a look at what you got here. Dude, what? I thought I had a different... Sorry, my cat is attacking my feet at the same time I'm trying to fucking do this shit. So if I add a group, Goblin Smasher B, we'll throw that in. We'll say add. Well, then in this one, we want to add to that group. So we'll grab the Goblin Smashing Area B, add that in. We'll click OK. We should be good to go. Nice. And then I can go up here, and then we'll. This one should already be in the group we need, right? No. Manage groups. We'll add Goblin Smasher A for apple, and then we'll grab this one right here, and we'll oh shit, so that was what I did last time. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go back here, we'll grab this one, and we'll remove it, and then we'll go to I think this is the right one, and we'll add it to the group here. There we go. Oh shit. There we go. Add. Okay. Yeah, now we're in a group. Now we can differentiate based on our goblin which one we've hit, and we can tell our game manager which one we've been hit by. So if goblin is stunned by a crossbow, then it goes inside the sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, I'm just kind of mocking it up right now. I guess I could make better animations to, like, drag them in or something, but, yeah. So if we go to, back to our 3D area, let me just make sure all this shit actually works. Sometimes it doesn't, which is crazy. And then this one's named differently from those. Awesome. That's how you want to do it. Cool. So that's right. We need to go to our mesh only goblin, this guy here, and when we hit something, so we can go Goblin Smasher A, and we'll just Control C and Control V. Shit. Control V, Control V, and we'll go B, and then we'll go C, and get ground. And what are we going to do? We also need to alert the game manager. So we're going to say game manager dot goblin smashed A, and we'll call that function. Or we'll just say goblin smashed, and then we'll call, we'll just send in a string A, whatever. That should be fine. We'll probably have to alter that as we go on, but it should be good for now. Oh, when he's in the attack animation, can he be smashed? That's a good question. I should try running him in, yeah. Let's try that real quick. Goblin smashing area. I should just be able to smash them all by having them run into the thing. That'd be funny. Well, no, because they're not. They don't even have that function on them. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, they should. They don't have any effect on this because it's actually a different model. It's the mesh only model. So that one goes away, and then I have this one that's a different, totally different scene. So I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah. So now we have this not coded correctly, but yeah. So let's add this in to our game manager. Let's go to game manager, and we'll go func goblin smashed, and I guess we got to pass the I guess we'll call it letter, and then we'll do a match statement, my favorite, and we'll say we'll match the letter just like elementary school. A will pass, and B for now we'll just pass, and then C we're going to pass. Nice. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me grab some water. Okay, so, I guess we're going to have to hook this up to the UI somehow, and we'll have to tell... We can either put it on the player's scene, or I can put it like on this scene here and have like an image, like, you know, 10 goblin smashed, 20 goblin smashed, 30 goblin smashed, or whatever. Or I could have it appear on the player's, you know, scene right here, which might be the better option. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think what I should do for this area, I am going to add some sprite 3Ds that'll tell you what you're making. So let me go here, sprite 3D. I'll bring this up, and we want to bring in sorry, we want to bring in, what are we doing? Oh, that's right. Let's go to our objects, object textures, and I want to bring in the burger patties and stuff like that. So sprite 3D, let's go to the inspector texture, and let's drag you right on in there, just to illustrate to the player that this is what they're making right there. Oh, perfect. Got it right to -90. Like a G. Alright. So, let's hide this. The cube. Death Cube. If anyone's ever seen that movie, pretty good movie. It's got 3 of them. I really enjoyed those movies. Maybe not that big, maybe like a 3. And then I'll have to come up with some type of goofy slogan or something for this company. I was thinking, since it's Limbo King, it should be like, where the fire's never quenched and the worm never dies or something. That would be pretty funny. I'm going to call this Burger Sprite. Burger Sprite. We'll make another one. We'll say Sprite 3D. We'll call this the Chicken Sprite. Or we'll call this the Patty Sprite, I guess. For right now, these names don't really matter at all. And let me bring in the frozen chicken patty blue. We'll go to texture. And my cat is sketching me out right now. I think he's about to... You can't be up here. Right there. We'll put him in. We'll put that transform up to 5 right there. We're going to rotate 90. And then we will bring him up right here. Oh, I think we did a 3. So there we go. The chicken nuggers are being made right there, or the goblin nuggers basically. And then we'll get the last one, which will be the dogs. So Sprite 3D, goblin dogs, I guess. Goblin dogs, and we'll throw that in there. Where are you at? Well, I guess we still have the rat dog texture, but for now that'll work, and I'll probably make another one. Let's see. What do I want to do here? 3, that's right. I couldn't remember. Can any of us really remember? So, we'll then bring it over here. And bring it back. And let's turn my cube back on. Good old death cube. So, we need to bring them forward. Like that. Perfect. I'm going to get rid of a couple of these goblins. I don't think we need 6. We'll delete. And delete. And, yeah. I guess that's looking pretty good for that. I'm going to pull these back a little bit. I might end up making a picture frame, or I might already have a picture frame made somewhere. It wouldn't be that hard to make one in Blender anyway. But yeah, I'll make a picture frame, I guess, maybe next stream, and we'll put those in there. I like the way that looks. We need to maybe make this arena bigger. I really didn't have an idea. My loose idea right now, we already have the goat guys kind of coded pretty similar to these guys here, so why not use them and have them have like a little arena back here, so you have to go and get the goblins out of the maze, and the goblins will shoot the fireballs. The goat guys will like come up and punch you. So we'll have both of those guys in some little maze that we make in Blender, and yeah, that way it'll be a little more fun for the player and shit. It's not just one open area where they're all running at you, because it's kind of stupid. That was always kind of my plan, is to have something a little more to it. But yeah, or even just have the goblins run away from you, and then you know, the player has to chase them around this maze to find them. I think that would be cool, and have like a time limit, and just have it very like arcadey and fun and shit. So then you can obviously we'll get upgrades for the crossbow and stuff like that. That's my plan. So what do I want to do right now? Damn. I kind of want to make some type of maze, some type of industrial maze to look around and see all these goblins. Let's go to Blender and see what we can come up with real quick. I'm gonna slam down some more coffee. I'll make a deal with myself that I can drink it till 8:30, so I have like 15 minutes to just like really go at it. I think that's a healthy way to do it. Marker above the grinders when you pick them up. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. If it like told you which one you needed or something. Yeah, okay, so we got Blender. Where is it? I think it's in Better Goblin. This is where we made, maybe not, File, Open, right here. This is the one. So at least I know what scale we're at. I'm going to go to N. I'm going to turn my shortcut keys on. So this is the scale that we have right now. I'm just going to hide this and then make a plane. A good old plain Jane. And I'm going to scale that out. I guess we'll just scale it here. I think it should be about that size, like that. We'll bring it over like this, and let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have that view problem too, probably. Let me fix that view. There we go. Now we should be good for a little while. Until I make it too big and then I mess myself up again. So that is actually pretty big. Maybe let's scale that down a little bit and rein it in so we're not making some giant project. And my cat wants to say hi again. He's he's like 8 weeks now, maybe 9 weeks, maybe even 12. I can't remember. He's got worms also. I have to give him deworming medication. So. But he's pretty happy. So we'll move him on the X right here. Thanks Artlist for stopping. I think that's a little more manageable, maybe a little less. I just want to get like, you know, something that's fun for the player but not like crazy large. So yeah. Yeah, it would kind of be like that, but my idea would be there would be like it would be like 2 parts to each level. So the first part would be you would be in this area getting the goblins, and then the second part would be you would be making the food. So it's not like you'd be running in between these 2 areas. It would be like the first start you're up here, and then the second start you're the second part of the level you're doing the cooking. So it's like a 2-part thing. Kind of a unique game, kind of, I don't know, maybe stupid, but it's like, you know, more for learning. And then yeah, I thought like, you know, I definitely can't do it in this time frame, but what like the ultimate idea would be is to do it like a multiplayer. So there would be like one person up top making the orders, sending them down to the person below. That's kind of what I'm setting it up for, but I probably can't make that in the time frame I'm going for, but I think that's what it's eventually going to turn into, like a nice multiplayer tutorial for everyone. That's kind of why I'm doing it this way. If everything seems weird, I have a reason why I'm doing all this like insane stuff. It just like probably may not pan out. I don't know. You know, you got to go big or go home. So yeah, he was a stray cat. I found him outside because he was like crying, and it was like 1,000,000 degrees out, and I think his mother got ran over by a car. So I was like, he's gonna die if I don't bring him in. So I took him to the vet, and the vet's like, he got worms, so you got to give him these pills now. But yeah, let's go back to Blender. I'm still thinking about how I want to do this. That looks like about the right size, so I'm just gonna start adding in some cubes and blocking shit out. So we can very quickly kind of texture these just with the industrial thing. Let me kind of put that on. Where do we have it? The tread plate. I forgot what it was called. Is it this one right here? Let me go to Material Preview. Cool. Yeah, so we have the tread plate right there, and I think what I'm going to do is turn on the lock, and so we can lock stuff in. and I'll make this bigger. So I want this big enough to kind of hide one of our goblins, conceal him. We're gonna have like walls and shit like that, and I'll make the texture smaller so it's not like crazy. So let me. I don't think they're gonna go all the way up to the ceiling, so I'm gonna go S on the Z and maybe scale it like this. And yeah, so I guess I'll make a few of these shapes and then I'll kind of just move them around. So let me take that off now. So now that I've got a rough shape for this, that looks pretty decent to me. I'm going to move it over on the X just a little bit because I'm insane. And then I'm going to Control A, set the scale, go to edit mode, and unwrap. UV editing, I'm going to just grab everything and scale it way up. Oh shit. There we go. Let me see how that looks. I gotta turn off my blender layer so I can see it. There we go. So let's grab this and spin 90. I think I'm actually gonna have to do this a little better than that. So let's grab this and go here. I'll just unwrap it on these sides. I thought it would kind of automatically do that, but I guess not. Lock all that shit in right there. We'll grab it and we'll say mark seam. I guess we could have just grabbed everything, right? But whatever. Then we'll say I guess we have everything selected, unwrap, then we'll go to UV editing. So now it's more like what I'm looking for, and I can scale these. And let's flip it 90. Actually, let's not do that. Let's scale that a little bit. So more like what I'm looking for. Cool. So I think I actually want to maybe bring that in just a little bit on the Y right there. It's a little bit too chunky, and we might have to fuck around with that a little more. Yeah, maybe something like that. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a couple more of these. I'm gonna go Shift D, G on the Y. We'll bring this one here, and I'm just gonna put a couple of cuts in it, like right here and right here. We'll throw one up here. Yeah, I'll do one there and another one down here. Yeah, and maybe one like over here and there and like right over here. So then what I'm going to do is grab some of these and delete them. Delete the faces, delete the faces. Actually down here I think I'm going to grab this one. So you have that. And let me just make sure I have just this object selected. I'm going to, I think I can Alt grab, and if I hit F it'll do exactly what I didn't want it to do. So if I grab these I can hit F, and these two I'll hit F, and these I'll hit F, and over here I'm going to hit E. No, I'm going to hit F, and then I'm going to go right here and do the same thing. Nice. Perfect. So these are kind of like, you know, some see-through walls, so you can like kind of see your enemies. And I'm going to attach a raycast to the goblin's head so it kind of moves back and forth. And then if it sees you through the wall, it'll like try and find its way to you. So we'll test Godot's pathfinding. So I guess we'll throw that right here. This should be like your entrance, I guess. Then we'll take a wall, Shift D, R90, we'll spin it, we'll bring it down, like right here. I'm just kind of blocking shit out. I kind of feel like this should be shorter, so I'm just going to grab this side over here and bring it back, so maybe like right there. And then materials are all messed up, I'm sure, but we might just switch everything to triplanar or something, but we'll figure it out. It's not a big deal right now. I might just make it all one thing once we have it all done. That might be the way to go. But yeah, because we have to bring them all in as meshes. Cool. I'm just thinking. So I'll probably have it like, you know, curl around here. So maybe we'll put another one of these here. And then we'll do this, and we'll spin it on the 90, and put this like here. I'm going to spin it here, do something like this maybe, and then block this off that way. Let me grab a longer one. And I'm going to take this one and go all the way to that corner. So I could be just like extruding some of these too, but I don't really see a point in doing it that way. I think this way is good as well. So that should be fine. I might extrude this corner just because it's a corner. So I could do it like that, and then I'll grab this right here and hit E, and then expand it out and maybe go all the way to the other side, since this is going to be our you know, like wall around the outside. So there we go. That looks terrible, but that's fine for right now. So let's get rid of this one right here, and let's add the see-through wall over there. So I'm going to Shift D, R90, and bring this one over here. Get rid of that one. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not really stressing too much about the level design. We're just trying to, you know, make some shapes, some sacred geometry. So we'll do that there. I'm going to save it. Go to Material Preview. Nice. So we have that, and I guess I'll, like, you know, we could put one of the goblins in here and it just keeps on like running around or something, so I could put some loops on there or put something in here for the player to find. So we have that. Let's duplicate this one, and I'll go right here. We'll make that like a hallway. So we'll have that right here. They don't have to be perfectly in line, that's fine. And then, yeah, maybe we'll have another, actually we'll just make this into all the way across. So I'm going to delete that, we'll grab this, I'll go to edit mode, I'll grab that shit right there, and we will bring it all the way over. And then maybe we'll cut some type of hole in here so you can see kind of across there. I think that's what we'll do. Well, maybe not, because we don't want any enemies to be triggering from this side. I think I want to test a lot of the stuff over here, so we'll keep this there, and then maybe towards the end we'll maybe cut some holes in it. So what else do we want to do? Okay, awesome. I think you guys can hear me. Nice. Cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing all the way around so I can visualize it better. So we have this right here. I'm going to go to wireframe. Oh, cool. So I do have all of that. Nice. Right? Yeah, cool. I'm just going to bring it out all the way to the edge here. It doesn't really have to line up. I just kind of, you know, in my head I think it does, but it doesn't really matter. So then we'll grab that, and then we'll come on on over here. I want to grab the planes now. I mean the faces, and then we'll E to extrude all the way over. We go back on top. We're going to do the same thing. But now that I'm near the edge, I can just do this, and that way I don't have to change tools. I can just keep using the extrude. So let me go to solid so I can grab this side, and we'll do the same thing. And I'll just move it back a little bit on the X, and then hit E. And then, damn, I just realized that I was going to get an ice cream after this, but I'm out of ice cream cones. That sucks, man. I'm going to have to go up to Food Lion or something. Okay. So that wall's a little thicker, that wall's a little thinner, but it doesn't really matter. It all evens out. This is still up to code, up to goblin code. So, we have one little goblin that'll be over here. I guess we'll do another room over here and then have it loop. I guess you'll have to come in, go all the way around, come back here, and then we'll do one at the end that's just a straightforward path. I guess that would work. So, why not? We'll grab this and we'll bring it over on the X up to here. And I think what I'll do is take this right there. Let's grab that, go to wireframe, and we'll bring it up, maybe something like this, and then you'll have, like, you know, one really long hallway here, so we can kind of maybe put a trap or something. I don't know. Let me bring that out a little further. Yeah, something like that, and then we'll do an E just a little further out, and we're going to pull that same trick. This will be cool, I think. Make it kind of like a longer hallway right there, like that. Let me bring this out. Something like this. So, just like that. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, this morning I think I ate like 2 toaster strudels for breakfast. I was like, hell yeah, dude. This is how you want to do it. Oh, those things are good. So we'll come in here. We'd have to get one out of here. We'd have to get one out of here. So we're going to have to make some more walls. Maybe we can just copy and paste a little bit. So if I do that and I maybe spin it on the 90, let's see what cool shapes we can come up with. Yeah, probably not something like that. I was thinking more like this. Just thinking of a way to funnel them in. Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, so we'll grab this and we want to bring this in somehow. Damn. I'm thinking about how are we going to tie this together. So we probably should have that. We come down. Should I just do another spiral? I mean, that's pretty cheap, but I guess it's the way to go. Or we could just have this. Let's actually go to the other side. We'll go G on the Y. So you have to come up and around and then come into here. And maybe we'll put like a bunch of enemies hiding like right behind here or something. So let's actually make this wall have like a little nub to it. We'll do this. We'll put it right here. And then I'll grab this. And what we'll do is hit the E. Maybe not that much. I want less. Just something so we can like kind of conceal from the player there's anything there. Just so that they have like a false sense of security and they walk around. There's like a bunch of them. I think that would be funny. Very, you know, Dark Souls-ish. I I guess we'll have to make that hallway a little smaller too. And then maybe we should make some type of doorway that slams shut behind them. That would be interesting. You know, something a little more than just what we have. I just want to make the game, you know, as fun as possible in the limited time that we're making it. So G in the X here, we'll make that a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to bring this side out since we already have that split in it anyway. My Blender controls have gone haywire again, so we'll bring those over here. And so I think we'll bring that up like that. Cool. So now we have some open space over here, so I guess we can work with that. We'll have the player come in here, and then we'll have some type of like door right there that slams shut behind them, so they can come in and try to retreat, but it's not going to go so well, and they'll probably die in that hallway. And then maybe we can make some type of like trap over here that shoots or something. I think that's what I was going to do over here actually, is have like a trap that shoots when you hit a little patch or something. That'll be cool. So now we just need to come up with some type of thing for over here. And I think I need to bring this in a little more. Probably more like that. So we have more chance to hide them. And yeah, cool. Let's go and do a maybe just a square or something here. I'm trying to think. So if we throw this here, this here, and I spin this 90, I'm just kind of blocking stuff out. Yeah, I mean, we could have like a dead end, and then we could have like, I mean, do we want to make it like a sequence so that like they have to do this one last or something? I don't know. I like the idea of having like a little thing right here where they can come in and get a power up, so like a little safety area or something. So for that, I'll just leave that there. We'll have those two little places. You know what, maybe I'll do 3, and it'll be like kind of like bathroom stalls, and one will have a goblin and one will not. You know, some will be like cool and some will be not so cool. So we're actually going to grab all 3 of these and just scale them on the X, I think, and then we'll move them back like this. So for reference, what is the size of our Gobbo over here? So if we bring him in, so that's not bad. Let's go to Material Preview, and we're in the layout mode. I'm going to bring this down. The textures are all messed up, but this is essentially what it's going to look like. So if you're the character, you're going to be like right here. I think we need to make these a little bit taller, because the character is going to be about as tall as like right here on the thing. Probably about right here. So yeah, but we have this little maze. We got these 3 little divots right here, so you can come in, and that'll be cool. We can test some raycast coming off the goblins there. I think we should move this just a little bit, make that a little more even, and get this back just a little bit further. Perfect. And then I'm going to do just a classic one of these here. Move it down a little bit on the Y. And then like this, so you got a snaking path and they have to follow it all the way around. And then of course you can put like enemies. This is you know, that's just a classic in every video game you see. So cool. Nice. So we're gonna have a big amount of enemies here. That's gonna be the gimmick. We're gonna have some traps there. We're gonna have 3 stalls here. We're gonna have one guy, I guess, running around here or something. We got some windows here. I guess we should put some in some of these areas too. We might as well. So it's pretty easy to do. So let me put some loop cuts. And we'll just make some square windows, because, you know, why not? We can always just adjust the vertices a little bit or something. And we'll do like probably here, and I'm just going to up the number of cuts to like 3, and we'll say OK. And I might even just do like 1 right here, and then we'll make some really small windows. So we'll get rid of that face, we'll get rid of this face, we'll just start adding these in. I'm sure there's a loop tool for this, but I'm not going to bother to do that right now. Whoops. And I'll probably have to do some other stuff. So we got a little window right there. I guess we'll make maybe another one right here. It's just kind of random. It doesn't really matter where. I just want to test some stuff, or maybe give the player like a little vantage point to what's coming. F. Press F to pay respects. F right there. Nice. So we got 2 little windows. We got some windows over here. We can get rid of this because we don't need that anymore. Actually, you know what? I think maybe we should throw that in here. Yeah, I think that would be cool. And I'm going to R180 on the Z. And we'll bring it back just to about right there, give that a little more flavor so it's not just an open room right there. Perfect. So, cool. So we got a couple windows so we can test stuff there. I might make more windows eventually. These stalls here. This will be your way in, I guess, so that's pretty clear. I guess we need some type of dungeon door that I want to kind of slam shut behind them, so let me just make that real quick. I'm going to make a cube, and then we'll bring that up. I'm just going to go S on the X, shrink that in a little bit. Go up right here. Shrink that a little more. Let's see how fast I can do this. I'm trying to imagine like you know, we could just make this like a big rusty thing that just slams shut. It just comes down, and for right now that might be what we're doing. Yeah, and we'll fix it later. Right now we're just going to apply a rust texture. Or what does that look like? Oh man, that's pretty fucking sick. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. A big safety texture. Perfect. So let me Control A, scale. We're going to go edit. I'm going to edit the whole thing. If I just do Smart UV Project, how does that suit you? Not so good. Let's go to UV editing. And then if I just scale you up. I mean, is that acceptable? Not really. Yeah, because the inside... Well, I guess we'll just scale the shit out of it, really. There we go. Rockaroony. Looking good. So we've got that. I'm going to put another one of these over here. It's going to have to be bigger, or this is going to have to be bigger. I think we'll make this a little bit bigger. So we'll grab this, and oops, let me get this all the way to the edge right here. And then we'll grab this and go to edit mode, and G on the Y right here, bring that in. Object mode, bring this right here. Alright, that looks pretty good. And we can always make the actual, oh shit. Yeah, I should have paid more attention. Let's go to wireframe and grab that whole edge. And then we'll bring it over to right there. Bam. Object mode. Perfect. So we'll have this door, we'll have that door. Should we have any other doors? Do we need one to prevent them from going? Well, these are kind of like to shut them in. I guess do we want to have one to prevent them from going over here, and we'll make a key mechanic or something. Yeah, I think we'll do that. You know what? No, we're not going to do that. We're not even going to worry about it. We'll just have those two to start off with, and we'll see how that goes. Cool. So, I guess we should start. Let's go back to material preview. This we're going to have to apply some type of texture, so let's see what type of ones we have. Let's just see what I got in the texture department. Floor texture. How does that look? Oh yeah, that's the one we used. I think that looks pretty cool because that'll kind of tie the areas in together so they're not so distant from each other. Yeah, I like that. So nice. Let me go and we'll bring in, you know what, we'll just apply that texture. We'll save it in Godot and we'll just apply it there. So I'm just going to we'll just subtract it. We don't even need it for now, and then we'll just add one in Blender, and then we'll grab, Godot, and then we'll grab this. We'll say A, UV, Smart UV Project, and we go to UV Editing. We should just be able to scale the whole thing up, make it look decent for now, and we'll fix it in Godot if we have to, but I'm not all that concerned. So let's grab that one as well. We can do the same thing. Edit mode. Oh, let me apply everything. Control A, scale, edit mode, A, UV, Smart UV Project, and then we'll scale the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of video games, so I feel like I know some stuff. I mean, I don't really know. This might all not work, and it might all be stupid, but it seems like a good idea to me. So, I think we'll keep all of these as separate objects. I think that's a good idea. And that way, maybe I can move them around a little bit in Godot if I have to. So, yeah, that'll be fine. This stuff here I don't want to get, so I'm going to, I guess, hide everything that I don't want and then export only stuff that's visible. So I don't want any of that. All of this I'm going to hide. I want to hide all that. I think I can do that. Export visible. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. So there we go, and let's hide our goblin as well. H. Nice. So, we'll just grab... I don't think we need to grab anything. I think we can just go File, Export, GLTF, and then include visible objects. And I think we should be good there. We might have a camera or some other stuff, but whatever. Then we'll go back to our Godot horror cooking. We'll go to scenes. We'll say new folder. I'm just going to call this first maze. And I guess I'll make maybe a few more of these whenever, if I get around to it. That would be cool to have a couple more. Or maybe I'll just put different enemies for different levels. But we'll call this maze.glb. Maze A. Or maze 1. And we'll export. Cool. So let's go back into the Goblin Smashing Arena. And I'm going to hide this cube, and we'll then, I think we can just bring that in. Should be in scenes, right? Yeah, scenes. First maze 1. We'll bring that in. Oh shit. We'll move everything. No, we'll go here. I'm going to reset the transform, and then move this to like right here. Actually, I'm going to put it probably right. Doesn't really matter where I put it. I'm going to have to make a new collision thing. So we can actually get rid of this enemy walk plane, and the navigation mesh, we're going to have to get rid of that as well. So we're going to have to make a new navigation mesh out of this. So I'm going to make this local. And I got to take a quick break real quick. I just have to check on my cat. He's making a lot of noise. But then I'm going to get this hooked up and get the enemies running around in it. So give me a second and I will be right back. Yeah, let me play some music. Yeah, like 3 minutes, not even 5. All right, awesome. So we're back. So nice. So what we have to do here is we made this local, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's freezing up on me. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, don't worry about that right now. Okay, so perfect. Let's go to our plane. This is our floor, right? I'm gonna name this floor. And pretty much everything else is going to be our cube. So all of this is going to be included in our navigation region 3D. So if we just put this in here now, and we go to navigation, new navigation mesh, and then we bake it, we should see some stuff appear there. So let's go ahead and throw our goblins in, and they should work because they're all meshes right now. The only thing is we don't have any collision, so we can walk through these walls. We'll have to add that in a little bit separately. We'll just have to make a tri-mesh static body, I think. I might just go ahead and do that. And these guys are going to go ahead and start following us as soon as we enter. We're going to have to hook up a raycast to them so they don't do that. Let's bring our character over and let's run it and see what happens. Oh, thank you. So we can walk around. We got our goblins following us. We can go through the walls, but they should not be able to. I think they are gonna find another path to us now. Oh man, I messed up over there. And we got some. Oh, we got some nice geometry coming in here. But yeah, we got him. Looks like we got those guys. Oh, we can only hit one at a time. Yeah. So, this is about what I envisioned. Man, every single one is messed up. And then we can walk out here, but they can't. We forgot to get that animation rolling. But, this is pretty cool. I just realized how late it is, and I have to work tomorrow, so we'll probably get this going we'll get more going tomorrow. I'll get these guys hooked up. We'll probably get our first level, try to get it built in here. And then this will start making sense. We'll kill the goblins, throw them into the meat grinder. That'll be the first part of the level. You'll get a grade on that. You'll get some points on that. Second part of the level is you'll be in the kitchen cooking up all the shit. You get another grade, another upgrade chance, and then it repeats. It'll be like 5 of these 2-stage levels, and then that'll be the end of the game. And I guess we'll make like a little good ending and a bad ending based on how well you did, and then maybe like a medium ending. It'll just be like a little FMV video. I have a character I use in my video games, so I'm gonna continue him. He was a guy I used in my 3D tutorial. So, but yeah, for tonight I'm gonna have to call it, and hopefully everyone has a good one. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then it's Friday, and then it's the weekend. So, everyone, peace out. Have a good one.